Guys, good morning to you. Can you hear me loud and clear? If yes, give me a thumbs up or L and C for me. Can you hear me loud and clear? If yes, give me a Hi, morning to you, Freddie. Long time no see, brother. How's your life as a dad now? Morning to you, Kelza. Wow, all the way from Hanoi Airport. My goodness, this is incredible. I have people from all walks of the world and all of life. Thank you. Morning to you, Janet. Morning to you, Anthony, Jerry, Daniel. Good morning to all of you. All right, solid. Fantastic. Yes, it's a great day again, once again. All right, I'm just preparing myself for today's MAO. Okay, good to see you guys once again. Good morning to you. This Sean. Morning to you, Kalza, in this immigration. Oh, fantastic. Okay, guys, we're going to start our MAO very, very shortly. Just let me just get all my stuff prepared in. Today's MAO is going to be so much information. You're going to love it, man. I mean, sorry, I had to drag the time to 11:30 because I have so much stuff to share with you today. So much. And it's going to spill over to tomorrow. Tomorrow's a preview, right? So it's so, my goodness, the first I was just trying out loud to find out what's the reason that caused the market to go up recently. And of course I found it. Yes, indeed, because the numbers doesn't make sense to me. So I go deep and I found the reason. Okay, and you'll be very stunned with the reason. Okay, guys, once again, good morning to you once again. All right, let me just take a picture right here, right now, so that I can for marketing campaign. Yes. Okay, I'm at home. Obviously, now it's the school holiday, so everybody is at home. All right, let me show you my daughter. Ariel, where are you? Come. Here we go. Guest appearance. Okay, I'll come near a bit. Okay. See? Hi to all the uncle and auntie. Okay. All right. Okay, all right. Does it make sense to you for the buying? Yes, indeed. Guess who is buying? Give a guess. All right, you can see that unless that Bill Ackman is lying to us, unless that George Soros is lying to us, unless Michael Burry is lying to us, then the question is, who is buying shares? Who do you think is buying shares? Or who do you think, guys? Tell me. Who, in your opinion, do you think are buying shares recently? Tell me your answer. Okay, let me hear you guys now once again. Who do you think are buying shares? You'll be very, very surprised with the answer. All right, thank you, guys. Thank you. Federal Reserve? No, Federal Reserve isn't buying. Yeah, they're not buying. Someone else. Anybody want to give a guess here? Okay, waiting for Elon Musk. Okay. I think I spotted the answer. Yes, indeed. Yo, Sweet Sing. Yes, indeed. You are right. The retailers are buying shares, and these retailers are so strong. They are able to really help along the way. Okay. I'll explain to you more in detail shortly, so that you will be pretty stunned. Of course, there's some insiders buying. Yes, some people have been buying. Some corporate buyers are buying in. Okay. I'll come to all those things very shortly. Let's begin our MAO right now. Okay, let's go. Now, every morning I spend hours and hours going through lots of YouTubers' videos and look through the mainstream media, and of course I talk about the off-mainstream media reports to gather all this information for you. That's why people did ask me, Kel, where this information come from? Because when they ask their brokers some of the information after I share MAO, right? Their brokers actually tell them, say that, oh, don't listen, these are not the proper, or these are not from the mainstream media, so they carry some distraction and stuff like that. So that's the reason why some people, when they, after MAO, right, they go and check their brokers say no such things. But of course, later on, right, when things really develop, then the broker will say, well, okay, so that's my point. Now, I can guarantee you one thing, guys. I'm a trader, I'm a trainer. I'm a trader for more than 20 years. I'm a trainer for also 20 years. So trust me, I will not bring in anything that is off, is fabricated stuff. I will not bring you stuff that is not verified. Because to me, if I were to tell you something else, it has to be verified. Because anytime, if anybody challenge me on this right now, I must be able to find the source. And of course, I don't want to come to a point that I have to fabricate stuff just to make you happy. Okay, so all this information that I'm sharing is definitely has its sources. Okay, now how reliable is the sources, right? That one I will have to let you go and decide on your own eventually. All right. So definitely for sure now today, the main title, as you can see today, is that, okay, someone. Now, someone could be a person, it could be an entity, it could be a group, a consortium, a syndicate, I don't know. Okay, bought loads of VIX option last night. Yes, indeed, they bought loads of it last night. Now, what I mean by loads, okay, usually it's all right when people buy VIX options, it's like 30 to 40 contracts. The maximum one whole day is out like 100 to 200 max stock I give to you. But last night, somehow the particular buying activity came in and that amount came up to 41,000 contracts by the end of the day. And the scary part is the price, the strike price is so far away, it's ridiculous. Ridiculous level. So either they expect World War III, okay, or they expect the US market to crash very big time. So I don't think that this, I don't think this is I mean, of course, but the thing is this, the cost itself is not expensive. It costs about probably $9,000. Yeah, $9,000 you can make up that number. But who will spend $9,000 to create a name for himself? Possible. It's just a free marketing campaign, maybe. I don't know. So anyway, my point is this. It's very interesting. Okay, very interesting. It's a very out of money contract. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna share it with you later towards the end. All right. Now, main thing is this. As we can see now, right, the numbers from last night, GDP number was really bad. It was even lower than expected. I mean, lower than the forecasted already. So again, that pressured the US dollar further. Why? I'll explain to you later. And of course, we have the oil price still moving up. As we're speaking right now, the oil price trading at 113. My target is 114. That's the first target, and after that there'll be another target. So for those who are long in this crude oil, congratulations to you. Well done. Now, indeed, yes, you are right, Karine. There were some insiders buying. Yes, indeed, some of the companies are buying. I'll share with you who are they, and you can look at them. All right, so let's begin. Let's go. Now, as usual, disclaimer applied, my friends. You see, at the end of the day, you must understand this, okay? Please trade with care, trade with risk management, trade according to rules, okay? If you are with TWB, of course, we trade the TWB rules. If you are with others, trainers, then of course, seek their help and help you make more money together, yeah? Okay, let's go. Oops, wait, some PowerPoint issue. Moment, okay, here we go. Okay, so take a look at this cartoon right now. Obviously, yes, unfortunately, I show you the answer already. All right, I'm very bullish on being a bear right now. Of course, this is not said by someone. It's just basically being utilized, mentioned by, you know, it was because someone said something recently. Obviously, that guy was the answer was Jim Cramer. So Jim Cramer actually said this. Let's take a look what he said. Okay, not budging from Larry Williams forecast we made together last Friday. Bull within a bear here. Okay, so what happened is this: the last few days the market really went up, right? The last few days, the stock market recovered quite a fair bit. And of course, as we know, Jim Cramer shared what Larry Williams felt that the market would behave in the last 5 days of the month. And indeed, it seemed to really happen. So from this month, from Monday onwards, and then now the Dow Jones have been up for 5 days in a row. And of course, kudos to him, impressive. Okay, and of course, Larry Williams, I say he is my master in a way, my teacher. So of course, he definitely has his reason for calling for a buy. So of course, things go up, we are all happy because we also went long. But the thing is this, why call joke of the day? Because, right, this is what happened. Okay, let me show to you now. Last Friday, Jim Cramer says a market bottom is in the making. So let's bring you the particular slide there as well. I prepared for you. Moment, yeah. Here we go. Okay. So Jim Cramer actually came in through his Mad Money and says that, right, the market might bottom soon. And of course, he had to use someone else because recently he had been very bad with his calls. And of course, he said that Larry Williams definitely is a pretty good technician, and he says the reason because of the higher low in advance and decline line, which I totally agree. And of course, the other reason is that this is called a bullish divergence, and the market breadth is also similarly good. All right, and the selling volume seeming has dried up accordingly. This is also correct. So because of all these things add together, right? When you put in this, he said that the professionals are actually buying. Okay, so again, a lot of good reason for that. And last but not least, is all right, putting his cyclical 75-day cycle. It shows that, right, the market should bottom out in near to end of May. and it will rally all the way to June the 27th. Okay, so guys, put it down. June 27 is a day whereby Larry Williams thinks that there could be a temporary top. So from now, May, end of May, all the way, it should be bullish all the way until 27th of June. Okay, all right. So this is what Larry Williams shared in his charts, and of course, Jim Cramer pick it up and talk about it and stuff like that. Okay, so this is not a joke, but this is reality stuff. Okay, and then what happened? We can see very clearly the market really did a 2,000 point rally straight from that point itself. Brilliant. At 30,660 around the area, the market just went all the way up. So to me, it was a very good call. All right, so there's no joke here. Okay, just at the title, I haven't corrected it. But of course, all right, because Jim Cramer has been giving a lot of calls, practically every day, a lot of calls. And of course, you can't be right every time, right? And unfortunately, some of the what you call foreigners, they don't really give you much chance. Okay, all right. So everybody, take a look at the chart right now. Sorry, I haven't time to really update the title today. It's not supposed to be the day for this area, but never mind. Okay, do understand this. The market has been down for 7 weeks in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 weeks in a row, the S&P 500 has been down. Okay, for 7 weeks in a row, the S&P has been down, and of course, the RSI has also hit the bottom, and that was why it was a screaming buy, and that's the reason why we too also TWB we also went in to buy some stocks and also some bottom fishing recently. But the only thing that I would like you guys to take note is that the very interesting declining volume here itself. Now, of course, this volume hasn't included today's volume. So maybe plus today's volume, it should be relatively higher. But we can see that last 2 weeks of volume is kind of declining. Now, when a market is bottoming, it's always good to have heavy volume so that a lot of people is selling it, capitulation, and the boys are sucking in and buying in, right? But the problem is now the volume is not following through, and the buyers are not the boys. That is the scary part. So I'll talk about this later during the alternate market news and data. So do not skip this area later on. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, in terms of chart form right now, we do see that there is a Penniman triangle that shows that the market could really recover to 4,200. Okay. So that's about 150 points from where we are right now. But of course, at the same time, it's all right, because of what I just said, the volume and the place involved, right? I will just give the benefit of doubt. I don't mind being a buyer here, but I just tell you this, anytime it breaks below, I will keep on selling, because I will tell you the market still got a lot of room to come down to this price, which I think more likely will happen in the near term. Okay, 36.88. Okay, this is the level that I think the market will likely be going in the near term. Okay, so anyway, guys, this is my view. End of the day is that you make your own calling, you make your own trade, you make your final decision. Okay, no one is here to force you, right? Think about that, yeah. Okay, so guys, if you like what I just shared with you, just give me the likes and love button. Well, I'll take a quick picture on this. Okay, go on here. Right, sorry for that. A bit of flu. Okay. All right. Thank you, Guy. Thank you, Sharif. Thank you all. Okay. All right. So that is the first number that I want to share with you for today. But the thing is this. Now, why the joke coming again, right? It's because of this. Okay. Again, no offense to my guru teacher, Larry Williams. No offense, because I'm actually picking this from the internet. I didn't make it myself. Okay. So what happened is this. Apparently, okay, Kevin Walcott, one of those who do a lot of twittering, said this. Jim Cramer explained why veteran technical analyst Larry Williams expect a stock to rally soon. Now that was on 23rd of February 2022, but we all know that since that day itself, right, the market did not go up. The market came down. In fact, the market came down so bad that the Nasdaq was down by 13% after what this Jim Cramer called together with Larry Williams. Remember that? Okay, yeah? Then, of course, he said that, right? Okay, back in 2020, Larry Williams was again coined together with by Jim Cramer, and Jim Cramer says that right there will be a start of a sell-off. But what happened? The stock market actually recovered. So you see, not every time anyone will be correct. So I'm just trying to say this, like it's not, don't just, you know, what we do here, we base on our best ability. Sometimes we can get it totally wrong. So of course, I say again, Larry Williams was spot on last week. So we cannot, because of one or two incidents, you know, we take away people's credit. I don't think that's fair. But of course, for the joke of it itself, right? All right, to rub it in further, is that recently Jim Cramer called for a buy on Target, remember? And he also talked about it also, Best Buy. And of course, he said that the yield was good and it's all great and blah, 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 blah. But of course, we all know that Best Buy got hit very badly. All right, that's why take a look at this. This guy, I think is not a real person. I think I can be wrong or maybe right. It's a BA, probably is correct. Yeah, maybe a real person. Yeah. After buying every single stock, Jim Cramer topic, you are dead. It's just a laugh. Okay. Please understand this and let's start the day with a laugh so that we won't be so stressed. Okay. And of course, from here itself, we just learn some stuff together. Is that do your own homework. Even listening to me itself, it's not going to be, you know, good enough. Do your own homework. Do your own stuff. Do not just take our words for it. Okay. So that's why they speculated that maybe Jim Cramer is his one and only job is actually to come in and then seize the hedge fund to escape their position. Is it correct? I don't know. All right, but then again, this one is all from the internet. I'm just plugging it and sharing this with you. So don't get offended, yeah? Just sharing. Okay, at the moment now, the fear and greed index now is at 17. Now, recently, I've been showing this again because everybody asking me how Cal is a 17, is a 15, what does it mean? So to me, is that right? Okay, as long as it's not 6 or 5, then I think that we can understand that the time if you bought it, you will make a lot of money. So at the moment now, you can see very clearly that if the index ever go below 10, it's lovely to buy because we saw the market recovering 5 days in a row. All right. So the thing is this, now we are slightly above the average lows. So if you ask me, right, maybe it's right, taking some profit today might be a good idea. Because do understand this, on coming Monday is Memorial Day, and that is a US holiday. Yeah, we're very important now. On Monday is a US holiday. So if you don't want to take any risk, then just take a break. Because anyway, if you long the market from Monday to now, you're in a good profit, right? Just take some profit. But of course, if you think that, nope, you're going to be long-term position trader and buy the kit and go ahead, yeah? No one here is stop you. Now, let's just do a bit of revision of what happened this week, okay? Now, this week, we saw the new home sales going down. So it was bad, okay? The core durable good was down. It was bad, okay? The oil inventories was down. It was bad, okay? The GDP number is bad. It's okay. Okay. Initial job came finally was a good number, not so bad. Then the pending home sale was minus 3.9 is very bad. Okay. So what do you see over here, my friends? From new home sales, from durable goods to core inventories to GDP Q-on-Q data to pending home sales, all of them were bad. They were atrocious. But what did the stock market do? The stock market went up by 5 days in a row. Do you understand where am I coming from, my friends? Do you understand where am I coming from? Don't you realize this is how the stock market behave and this is what it worked, guys? I mean, I've been asked this question over and over again. I've been explaining this many, many times. If the stock market is a place whereby you can use fundamentals or technical to make money, I'm seriously telling you, the so-called all the scholars and A-star students, they'll be making so much money. But if you actually look into the Forbes, probably top 30, you will only see that all the big bosses, they are not really academically strong. I mean, apart that some of them are like Elon Musk, the rest itself aren't. So my point is just look at the numbers now. The numbers are very, very bad. So why the stock market goes up? Very simple. Because prior to that, the week before that, the data were good, but the market kept on selling. So last week or this week, the market data is terrible, but the boys are buying and they've been holding it. And that's why the market goes up. So that's the reason why I shared this with you when 2 MAOs ago, I said this. The put options is very heavy right now. And I feel that something is not correct. Because when everybody buying put options, think about this. If I'm the one who sell you the put options, would I want you to let the market go down? You see, if the market goes down, right, I'll pay you the profits. So the better way is I sell you the put options when the market is really down, and I pump the price up all the way and take you out totally. You understand my point? So last night, etc., I saw the call options were so heavily bought. The call options were heavily bought yesterday. Guess what? Do I think it will happen today? All right, so guys, this is really a very clear lesson to tell you that this is not how the world works in the investment world. All right, so do take note. On coming Monday is a Memorial Day. It's a holiday, so take a break. Long weekend for traders or US market. Yeah, Singapore still is a working day. Okay. Now we have the consumer confidence number will be coming on Tuesday, and it's expected to be a lower number. So I guess this number will be even lower when it come out because of all these data in front. Now the ADP number, the forecast is still not out yet. It's surprising. All right, but the manufacturing numbers are expected to be higher. Now the non-farm payroll figure is out actually, and they're looking at a lower number this time around. The previous was 428,000, but this time around they're looking at 350,000. So again, so maybe this ADP number, the private sector may see 198 maybe. I don't know. So anyway, guys, this is how it works. So what do you think? The data are definitely not so good. All right. So what do you think that Jerome Powell has to do? If he had to continue to, allow this to happen and still continue to do QT, the entire economy may not be able to recover in time. That is the first worry. But on the flip side, if he doesn't do the QT, quantitative tightening, then of course itself, right, the inflation will go through the roof. And by having no chicken from 1st of June, and now fishes is like running low, all this tells you is the problem of inflation, yeah? Okay, so this is something that to really, really take note of that. Thanks, Dennis, correct. 17th of June is actually the monthly option and also the quadruple witching. Yes, indeed. Yes, thank you, Dennis, for sharing that out loud. Yep, thank you very much. Okay, so with all this information now, then how do we react with today's market? Now, first of all, let us understand what happened yesterday. The stock market was brilliant. The market just opened and kept on going up. There's no stopping at all. It's like a bullet train. Once you open, it just shoot up all the way. There was a bit of pullback, but again, the last hour, it bring it out. So there's nothing new, and we expected it. But the question is, who are the buyers? Okay, that's a very good question. Now, Federal Reserve is not buying because we saw the Fed numbers, it did not increase. So who are buyers? Who are the buyers, right? Some are speculating is JP Morgan because they're calling for buy right now. The bank shares are up. And of course, some of the tech shares are heavily sold down. So again, it's a buy. Okay. So I'll put that away first. I'll tell you more from my view. But let me show you what the correspondents have to say. First of all, the Dow Jones rises for the 5th straight day. S&P 500 and NASDAQ pays to snap the 7 weeks losing streak, which is most likely will happen. Okay, so what's the reason? Nothing was really given. Just that the market is oversold and the players coming to buy. So that is the main reason because of that. But you can understand that the whole industry, I mean, all the economic figures were terrible, and it's actually working towards a potential recession. But as you can see from the screen, the market really did one main thing is this. Okay, so we saw on that day whereby the market came down, right? Okay, then what happened? The market marginally touched below the 20% bear territorial mark. And that was where the buyers came in and they pushed the market all the way because they do not want the market to go into bear territory. So with that result, right, they're saying that, look, Federal Reserve, if you're going to continue doing this, the market will crash. Do you want that? So what happened is now is that see that Wall Street is bullying Federal Reserve. Federal Reserve want to do QT because they want to curb down inflation. But Wall Street is saying this, if you do that itself, the whole economy will collapse. So become what? Become a bit of a problem here. Well, this Federal Reserve has the tenacity, I'll put it directly, the balls to basically do that, to hold up whatever they say and continue QT. That's a question because you must understand, this is the midterm election and Biden really wants to win. So again, all these are the one that's weighing the entire field right now. So of course, I have no time to do a recap. So for today, I'm going to skip all this and go straight to the news so that we can learn some stuff together. All right. So apology on that. Let's go to the news site. Okay, let's go. Okay. So now we have some news to begin with today. The first news I want to share with you is a little bit unsettling because why? Okay, this is the news. Yeah. Okay. So this news came on this on the TV. Okay, that is on NBC6. All right. So what happened was apparently, unfortunately, there is this particular Dr. Broward Dr. Oman Awan. I think we heard this name before. Unfortunately, he was driving his Tesla car and the car actually, got an accident, and the thing happened in 2019. Okay, one must understand this. This whole thing happened back in 2019. And of course, what happened now is that it's a very young doctor, 48-year-old, and he died from burns and stuff, right? Okay. But the thing is, this is from burns and inhaling of toxic fumes, not from the impact of the crash. So what happened is that, why am I bringing this up again? Because only today we have the lawsuit now implemented on Tesla. That means that this case happened in 2019, and definitely all the reports are out. But incredibly, only today or yesterday, they decided to go and file a lawsuit. Okay, so Tesla says that he has some drugs in his system and impaired him, citing his blood alcohol level was high based on the toxicology report. So a lot of both sides, and Tesla decided to say that no, this is not fair, and they will not entertain. Now, why am I going to bring this again? As we know, this thing happened in 2019, all right? Then why now updated again? So obviously, right, we all know that recently our dear friend Elon is doing a lot of funny stuff and blah, blah, blah. So you see now how it works, right? It's really a bit of like attack in a very incredible way. So I don't know. Definitely that will have some impact once again. All right. Anyway, to move it from here itself, the next one will be Biden travel to Uvalde to mourn the victims of the Texas school shooting. Also, very, very sad case for the 18-year-old gunman to shoot down 19 children and the teacher. I mean, this is really terrible. Now, do know ever since 2016 until to date, the numbers of using of guns incidents has really gone crazy. Yes, the numbers have been going in hundreds and hundreds in every year itself. And of course, the thing is this: why? This time is very clear, right? So I won't go through that. So sad, but it happened. So we need to know. Now, of course, from global news, we move now to this energy. Now, Goldman says it's a time to be a stock picker for energy stocks. So I'm going to share with you what stocks they're looking at, right? So these are the companies that Goldman Sachs says is pretty good. He says that ConocoPhillips, Phillips 66, Halliburton, all these are pretty good company. I'm quite surprised they didn't cover Occidental, but it doesn't matter. To me, it's all these are companies you can read out on your own. So basically, if you're a TWB student, you can have it. The news are all available on the TWB news channel. If you haven't seen it yet, just ask Susan to contact you. And of course, if you are a public member, just take note of what I share here. You can Google it and you can get your answers later. Now, JP Diamond from JP Morgan says that Bitcoin stock has created a significant upside for the crypto investors. So I'm not too sure, but apparently Jamie is not the best market timer as I know. So he says that, okay, this time around is good. And he feels that, right, this time the downside is a good time to buy. Okay, so I will leave it there. But I'm gonna have my doubt because I'm actually a seller on Bitcoin. I believe that Bitcoin is gonna go down to 26,000 again. So of course, different people got different view. I say we're not gonna say who's correct, who's wrong, but let's check a look at this. What do we have now? Let me just give to you. Okay, we have our Bitcoin right now. So now this is the Bitcoin chart. Now the Bitcoin chart has been really, really wow. You can see how tight is this. I mean, it's a long time you see Bitcoin playing in this type of very, what they call restricted area for quite a while. This is really restricted, yeah, entire area between 28,000 to 31,000. Now, when's the last time we see something like this? Let's take a look here. Let's take a look, okay? So the last time we see something like this where the market consolidated for so long, let's take a look, okay? Maybe we have one somewhere around here, which obviously the market should up, right? Okay. Then, of course, maybe we have, okay, not really. Let me see any more on the back. Okay, maybe we have something like this, so-called consolidated, and then after that, it flushed down a little bit before the big rally. Okay, something like that. And maybe let's take a look some more. Okay, we don't really have that. That was last time was this. We consolidated for a while, and we had the big rally. Okay, so what do you think, guys? Do you think that Bitcoin is going to go up or down? What do you think? In your opinion, do you think that Bitcoin It's going up or down? What do you think? All right, now the volume itself is getting a little bit scary. The volume is actually declining as we are speaking. As you can see, right, the volume itself is declining or the market is consolidating here. So I cannot see why would Bitcoin be able to go higher, because I don't know who will buy it right now. With the market tightening going on, the economy not doing well, unless you tell me you're buying to what as a form of like to like what they call hedge against the market. Okay, but this is quite forceful, because at this junction now, with money getting lesser and lesser, right? Would you buy crypto at this time right now? Kind of find it difficult, yeah. Okay, all right, kind of find it difficult. So Eva says down. Kelza say down if stock is down. Michael say up. Kai say down. Chukit say down. Allison say up. Janet say down. So you can see the three split between the both scam, yeah. Now, my personal view, as I said before, I'm a technical guy. I see this from this point here. Now, this is the common point of the RSI, right? So when I look up at the lower point of this common points, I notice that the market is going down. So my view is there should be another sell-off down to about 21,000 to 19,000. Now, of course, again, bias is that I'm short in the market, so of course I'm calling it down. But it's just that because of the common point and the lower low cyclical matter, right, I just feel that's going down. But more important is this. More important is that the US dollar. Now, if the US dollar really starts to climb, then this one will be pressured down even heavier. Oh, Sharif, you're saying that 32,000 first, then come down. Okay, everybody got their own view. Yeah, remember, there's no right, no wrong. I allow everybody to air whatever they want to feel. Now, of course, if Bitcoin goes down to 21,000, what happened? Definitely, MicroStrategy will be in serious trouble. Tesla will also be in some serious trouble. So let me just bring to you now, what if, let's say, we have this happening? What if you have this Tesla? What if Bitcoin goes down, right? So what will happen to MicroStrategy first? Let's take a look. Right, you can see MicroStrategy yesterday has one big day recovery, a very big one. So is it by technical? Not too sure, but you can see the volume is there, the movement is there. So it's a BMB. So let's just observe this closely. And of course, Tesla. Okay, Tesla also went up yesterday. Very nice. It hit the support that I mentioned and recovered to 700 level. But the thing is this, all these may be temporary if, let's say, what I view of the crypto market happen, all right? So this is something to watch out for. You can read on your own, but according to JP Morgan, Jamie Dimon, he says that time to buy, okay? Now, Twitter shareholders are going to sue Elon Musk, okay, because of his nonsense with the Twitter deal. But of course, the share price come down again yesterday. Let me just bring the share price down on a minute. Okay, here we go. Twitter. All right. So Twitter yesterday, the share price was down. Then after that, now it went back up again. All right. So there is some feeling that right they're going to get it done, because Elon Musk basically came in and said they're going to use more money of his own to get the deal. Yeah. So again, this is again a lot of stuff happening in Twitter. Now in Davos 2022, all right, these people are there, all the top financier millionaires are all there in the Swiss Alps, and then apparently they are saying that the mood there is terrible. It says that apparently talking about food prices and stuff, and of course this liberal billionaire financier George Soros says that he took aim on President Xi Jinping and said that his zero COVID policy doesn't make any sense, and it could cause a free fall since in the market. Now, of course, there's a little bit of trivia here itself in China in March itself, right? Apparently, right, the so-called China is famous for this imperial kingdom, whereby the Forbidden City. Yeah, apparently, right, one of the main door was blew off. And of course, that was not a very nice sign, because that shows a bit of problem. Oh, this is just trivia, but it's just that right nowadays China itself is in some serious trouble. And of course, more and more companies are actually leaving China in a way. So that's the reason why there's some ongoing thingy, right? And of course, Biden recently came in to talk about telling China to stay off of Taiwan. All these things itself, right, doesn't look good. Yeah, I'll leave it there. Now, Jim Cramer says that NVIDIA, right, is likely going to change the G3 market condition. Now, we all know NVIDIA did pretty good, and that's the reason why Jim Cramer said it. Now, I'm not a member of this, so I'm not going to show you the video. Okay. But Citibank bear market model says that it's time to buy. Oh, wow. Okay. So Citibank says that it's time to buy. Okay. So apparently Citibank strategist, this guy called Robert Buckland, says that it's time to buy because their model says that it has bottomed out. It's good to buy, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So you guys can see that they are always bull camp, they're always bear camp. Now, these buyback monsters are repurchasing a lot of their stock. Who are they? Let's take a look. Okay, so did they classify it? Yeah, here we go. Okay, we got this HP, we have eBay, we have Chartered Communication, Bath and Body Works, Marathon Petroleum Corporation, Navita, and so forth. So they have been buying back their shares. Okay, so if you want to feel safe to have this and feel like these guys buying, then of course you can try on them. But of course, do understand this. This company itself, right? They already bought back their shares. So will the share continue to go higher, right? That's a question mark. Yeah. And last two will be this. Santoli says that NVIDIA bounce will be a hint that the market has fallen enough. So now it seems that the Wall Street are telling you, okay, after 5 days of downside, maybe we are near the bottom. So prior to that itself, they've been calling for sell and blah, blah, blah. Now they're calling for buy. So what do you think they have done? I'm pretty sure the answer is that they already bought it since Monday. They bought it and pushed up to Wednesday, and today, Friday, is out, right? They're telling you all is good. Let's just continue buying. So guess what? When you buy, and what happened? So of course, this guy is pretty good. He gets you a lot of tactical calls, what to look out for, blah 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 blah. Of course, it's very in the middle, It's quite in the middle, so it's like giving you blue views. All right. Anyway, he's calling for a market bottom. And last but not least, but very interesting, Mike Mobius, one of the very famous businessmen, says that the bear market still got a lot of room to go. And so keep cash. So again, you can see different people for different view. Some say buy, some say sell. So what do you think? I don't know. I'll leave it there for you guys. But the point is this, that is with news for today. Very interesting stuff, yeah? Okay. All right, so we're going to come to this one here first, okay? Okay, this is where you get the alternate market news, and that's where I can share with you why and certain things will happen. Okay, so first of all, guys, yesterday, very important thing is that we have hit more than 100 plus people have signed up for my preview tomorrow. I will sincerely want you to join us tomorrow because this preview, right, I'm going to show to you how our students make money from the market. Like yesterday, on the 26th of May, I text to my own personal group. I say that right today, call options pretty heavy and very interesting. Look out for the bank shares, okay, especially JP Morgan. So why do I talk about that? Because when you look at the bank share yesterday, now JP Morgan did not have the pattern, so I can show you. But yesterday for Citibank, the bomb came out in about probably 20 minutes into the market trading. And after that, the market just rally up all the way very nicely. So the bomb itself really helps us to track what to do in the market. And of course, if you see star, that means that the market might go into some profit-taking mode. So this is a very simple thing. You see a bomb, you got to buy. You see a star, you consider the sell. But of course, this is just only the elementary way. There's another advanced way to utilize a bomb and star to the benefit of it. Now, do note, this is only made available for version 5.08, the premier level. The TWB basic level do not have the star nor the bomb. All right, think of that, yeah? So this is Goldman Sachs. Okay, Goldman Sachs is known to be one of the top investment firm in the world. And yet we have the same thing happen about 20 minutes in the game with the same bomb appearing at the bottom of the screen. And of course, you just have to buy. And if you are buying it itself, right, you will make your money for a few rounds. So again, all these tells you that as long as you have the TWB bomb and star, you should be able to make some money. Like all these people who use it on the Dow Jones, recently they've made profit on their own and they share with me. They are very happy because they know that, right, we are definitely here to help. And end of the day, it doesn't care how much they make. It can be $100, maybe $2,000. We just want you to really benefit out of it because we are very serious. All right, so guys, if you want to join our coming class, the Zoom, all right, already the what do you call the data are already made available. Let me just bring in for you. Where is my registration link? Hold on, yeah, here we go. Okay, sign up now with us and you can invite your friends. It's absolutely free, no need to pay. Now, it'll be good to actually learn something so that your Saturday will not be wasted. It's going to be 2.5 hours. There's a lot of things to share with you, from market outlook all the way down to how to use the TWB system so that you can actually consider and join us. All right, very simple upfront. Okay, yes, indeed, Kai, it's a midnight for you. See you tomorrow then. Okay, so guys, coming in, more than 110 people have signed up, so I think we will hit 130 by tomorrow, maybe. Okay, so the link, the Zoom link is there. I mean, the registration form is there. Please quickly sign up so you get the Zoom link from us. Okay. Now, remember Wednesday, I told you about this federal put, all right? This federal put is a number coined by the Wall Street, and they tell you that 35.29 is a Wall Street with the federal put. If the market ever goes there, the Wall Street will come in. I mean, the Federal Reserve will likely be coming in. All right, so we talked about this last Wednesday. And the thing is this, I share with you about this. Now, immediately, some people text me on the site and say, Kel, what is this Bloomberg US Investment Grade Index OSA? So, of course, let me explain this to you. First of all, this is actually an investment grade bond designed to track the performance of the higher quality debt. The investment grade rating is assigned by the National Recognized Statistical Rating Organization, okay, to basically inform you when there are heavy debts going on. So if you can remember this, let's go through it together. Now remember what happened back in this is like 1 year ago. Yeah, back in 2018, whereby the debt was increasing because of the interest rates. So Federal Reserve came in to pull it back. So push it down, in fact. So that's why the market managed to survive. Then after that, what will happen? During the pandemic time, the numbers shoot up, right? Because obviously companies are failing. So Federal Reserve came in very heavily, putting as much as $5 trillion collectively over this period of time. And that managed to push the market back down again. So when the market pushes it back down, you have the bullishness of the buying coming in the stock market. So the question is, despite the economy has been ongoing now, right, the numbers are back to gain at the same level where usually the Federal Reserve is going to intervene. So that's the reason why we are saying that now the numbers are at a bad level. Wall Street, you better wait for Jerome Powell to come in. Because if Jerome Powell come in, he will help the market to be good. And if he really comes in, then the stock market will rally. But the question is, Jerome Powell already says that he don't want to come in and he wants the market to go down. And he said that he is very confident, and this Federal Reserve is also very confident that they will not go against their words. So now the question is this, how? Now we have problems right at the boss step, and you have the money telling me that you don't want to help because of your words. Do you think that he will do that? That's the first question Wall Street is betting on. So because of that, right, you must understand there are about 7,000 to 8,000 listed companies in US. But do you know that less than 600 companies have debts lesser than 80% of their entire market share? Some of them, their debt is more than 100%. So which means that anytime it's out, right, if there's going to be any form of liquidation or surprise interest rate hiking of a very ridiculous level, all these companies will collapse. And this is the reason why a lot of companies are trying to say no. But of course, people like us, when we make some money from the market, we keep on looking at yes. So this is the important thing to take note of, because do you know why? It's only when the markets stop panicking, right, then the central bank will panic through it. So now you can take a look at this. This is like Coca-Cola, Starbucks, and McDonald's. Look at it. Their so-called negative assets is increasing over the years, the last 10 years. And there's nothing much they can do. This is very, very scary. All right, although they don't stay to see it, but it's actually statistic based on numbers. So again, I got it from one YouTuber. So now the game is this. Now you have to fight. Wall Street fight with Jerome Powell. See who will win. If you think that Jerome Powell will buckle, then of course the Wall Street will win. The stock market will recover strongly. And we have one of the massive buy again. Because as long as Federal Reserve put in money, the market will go up. We have seen it before. The market believes it will happen again. All right? Okay. So that is one way to look at it from here. Okay. Right, Federal Reserve now is speculating that Federal Reserve may pause policy tightening in September. My God. So now Bank of America is saying that maybe Federal Reserve will really want to think twice, think thrice before doing the quantitative tightening further after September. That means that they're looking at 50 basis points in June and July. But then by September, they expect it to stop. Wow, this is going to be interesting. And of course, a shift of federal easing is unlikely without a clear move in the recession. But again, in late 2018, a clear signal that tightened risk has receding may be sufficient. So what I'm trying to say is this: in 2018 itself, right, they went to tighten. And of course, what happened? It almost led to an economic collapse. So now they're trying to say this, right? If this Federal Reserve don't want to lead to a recession, then they shouldn't to continue to do further tightening. So the market now is betting on the one Federal Reserve to stop hiking. That is the main thing. And that's the reason why the last 5 days, the stock market is actually going up, because this is what is happening right now. The boys is actually holding, okay? Basically, it's all right, twisting the arm of Federal Reserve to give in, or else they have to pay the price. So that is the real thing going on. And of course, Goldman Sachs came in and says that, right, this QT is all right, it's going to create a lot of problems. And he felt that, right, this is not going to work. So it's like re-warning Federal Reserve to really think twice before pulling the plug. So that's the reason why you can see the numbers are not increasing by the Federal Reserve, but the stock market continue to go higher because people are taking it as a form of a threat. So now the overnight repo operation, right, also the funds are putting a lot with Federal Reserve because that's the only one that is safe now and is confirmed guarantee of profits. All right. So the thing is this Federal Reserve is not the one putting money in the system. It's just basically the bosses or the retailers that are putting in the system. And I'll tell you more about the retailer very, very shortly. Yeah. So now you must understand, yesterday we have two very bad data, the GDP and the pending home sales. So definitely the US macro surprise index definitely shoot down, right? As you can see over here, it really, really shot down all the way to the low end of 2021. So what do you expect to see? The stock market coming down, right? But no, the stock market didn't go down. In fact, it went up. So again, this shows you that, right, the data has nothing to do with the stock market. All right, so because of that, right, the data is so bad, now there's a problem, or so-called the reason for buying. So apparently now the rate hike expectation of more rate hike coming in after September is no longer there. More and more people think that the numbers will go down. And in fact, yeah, more people are saying that, right, maybe we have a rate cut very soon. Wow. So now the thing is this bad news become a good news, because that actually creates people thinking that maybe there's a good time to buy. So you don't realize that, right? This is how the Wall Street works. They always have tools to bring to one side. And then when you are there, it's all right, they'll take the knife and just go for you. Then after that, they spin another story and they, oh, what happened actually? And then people just buy on it. And the whole cycle just repeat once again. So you can see now the numbers are changing each other now. And this is not so good, because why? This will give a lot of pressure onto the US dollar. Now the US dollar high was 105, right? Remember I did it yesterday with you, and I say 101 is a good level to really look at it. And truth be told, 101 is here. So now the thing is this. Cal, I thought that you said the US dollar will go higher. How come it's coming down? I said before 105 will be the resistance and it will come down. I said that. And in fact, it's all right. I tell you that maybe 103 will stall and then go up, which I failed. I'm wrong. Yeah, I told you already on Wednesday. So I told you if it goes further down, it will come down to the moving average. And that is what I really want to see. Because the last time we hit the moving average itself, right, the market actually sideways for a while, and then the market allow it to go all the way up. So my point is this: I kind of believe that, right, the market is just doing this cha-cha move to let the price goes down, and then that basically that's the reason why, you know, all the top officials come in. So while they have done it already, right, probably there's some talks now. So what it can do is, one is that allow the US dollar to go up. Now, if the US dollar had to go higher, what happened to gold prices? What happened to oil prices? All these things will have its impact. Gold price definitely will likely be going down a bit, but this crude oil price will go higher because the demand for summertime is there. So once again, all this information tells me that, right, I should be very careful next week. And I've been waiting for the dollar to pull back for some time. So the dollar, if it increases in strength, it will be a very good thing to do for all business. Yeah. All right. So now the thing is this: more important is the so-called inflation problem that created by this Putin, which I don't believe in that. Okay, let's take a look, everybody. This is what happened now. Let's take a look. Now we all know that Putin invaded this Ukraine in February, and of course that brought the what they call the crude oil price go higher. Then after that, as fast as it went up, it's all right. There was some profit taking. It was good. But the thing is this: we all know that Biden now has been starting to do his SPR plan to give their either so-called reserve to to anyone who needs it, and of course, namely Taiwan. So what happened now is this is having the effort by our president, but the stock market just keep on going higher, and today is at the new high. So what does it tell you guys is that Federal Reserve or Jerome Powell, whatever been doing, is definitely wrong. Oil is still going to be going higher, and traders need to be very, very careful. Okay. All right, you can see now this is the AAA retail regular gasoline price. And you can see that since last year, December, the numbers have been climbing from $2.50 all the way to today, $4.60. It's almost twice the fare. All right, so of course, the thing is this, people tell me it's because of the money supply, blah, blah, blah. But primary is because the Chinese are not able to produce, I mean, the world not able to produce a lot. And of course, some of them are holding it for themselves. So all these are the reasons causing the gasoline prices to go higher right now. So think about this, if 114 is going to pushing this gasoline prices to $4.50, I just wonder if the crude oil price really go back to $121, the level that I mentioned previously, what do you think will happen to the gasoline price? I think it will hit easily $6 if I get it correctly. And of course, if it hit $6, not 550, 550 to be precise, hit 550, yeah? If we hit 550, we hit $121, oh my God. This is going to really hurt people's pocket. And of course, logistics itself, costs will all increase at the same time. And naturally, then the next thing will happen, it will be caught, all the food prices will just shoot up and people will pay more and more and more. And of course, when this happens, all right, and you're not making money and you're losing money from the stock market, that will make it even worse. So all these are the reason why I felt that, right, we really need to make some money from the market so that you will not be in the point of getting pressured. Now, as I'm speaking right now, right, we can see that this Bitcoin is trading now below 29,000 already. So once again, it speaks volume about my call in the market, yeah? Now, one thing to be very careful and definitely must watch out is a seasonal gasoline demand. Now, of course, this is what we call it as the seasonal pattern. So you can see in the usual seasonal pattern, we're going to see the let me make the thing a bit higher. Let's take a look. Yeah, hold on, yeah, hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, as you can see from the chart, right, the seasonal pattern is that by end of May, usually that is the start of the season. And of course, when that happens, it's all right. Usually for month of May and June to July, we should see the market, the crude oil price going higher. Oh gosh, the gasoline prices. So imagine if the gasoline prices are moving higher or going to go higher due to the seasonal pattern, guess what will happen to some of the things? That's the reason why I believe Goldman Sachs is calling for buy. Why this Warren Buffett is buying Occidental Petroleum and Chevron. All these are pretty good reason, right? So that's the reason why I felt that, right, crude oil can go past 114 rather easily, and it should be able to go to 121 again. And of course, when all this happens, that will pressure again the inflation, and likely Federal Reserve will just say, you know what, let's just make sure we stick to what we say and start to really, increase interest rate higher and stronger. And then, of course, you can see that the US dollar will go higher, and of course, everything will go. So to me, all these big recent buy and stuff like that, all these buy call, right, are not real. In fact, I felt that these buy calls are created by the big boys to let people think that that is the end. But look at the seasonal gasoline demand, right? It doesn't speak the same way. So that's the reason why am I so bullish on crude oil. I mean, calling for buy to buy for longest of time, and every time when market pull back, right, we call for buy. Don't you remember that, guys? Yep, that's the reason why I feel that we have a lot of room to go for gasoline prices, aka crude oil. All right. Now, many moons ago, I actually shared this with some of you. Not too sure you remember. Okay, just do some alteration work on the PowerPoint. Okay, done. Do you remember this, guys? The FINRA margin debt. Do you remember this? Do you remember that? Now, let me just bring it to you very simple to let you understand this better. All right. Of course, this one will need you to have great memories, so that you can remember, you can relate it better. Okay, so this is the margin debt. Now, what is the margin debt first to begin with? Yeah, let me just change it up, update you first. Oh, sorry. Okay, what is FINRA margin debt? Margin debt is money that investors borrow in order to invest in stocks. Okay, as of April 30th, right, the largest data available, the total US margin debt was $773 billion, which represents a decrease of $144 billion year on year. So in short, it's right, even when this number start to go downwards, right, the stock market usually will follow. All right, so let me explain this to you through the chart. You can see it better. Yeah, hold on. Okay, at the height here itself, remember on the height here itself was May 18. On May 18, right, when the market basically the FINRA, the debt has to come down, right, we also saw the stock market basically coming down. Can you see that? So when they increase in number, it means like March, so right, 2020, right, when more and more people borrowed money, you remember that was the absolute bottom of the market and the market kept on going higher. Now, since October, that was near the peak. But of course, the highest point of the market was in January 2022, but it's around there. And of course, what happened after that? You can see there's a huge decline of the numbers from 910 billion to 829 billion. And that was where the stock market had to come down. Got an idea now? Okay. So this thing is that, right, this shows that if the number continues to go down, right, that means less and less people are borrowing money to buy stocks. So that means there are two reasons for that. One, because losses is piling up. They cut their losses in stock market to pay back their debts. Two is because people start to move on and they don't want to get involved in stock market. So of course, the first one most likely is the reason why. And because you can see now, this is very interesting. This is the monthly retail order imbalance. That means that lesser people actually got involved in the ETF more than itself, that many people decided that it's time to get out of ETF. And of course, if ETF is not receiving money from retail, then where the retailer put their money in? Here we go. You see, guys? Look at it from April itself, all right, retailer has been buying shares. So the thing is this retailer have been buying shares, yes. So April and May, retailers have been buying shares on their own. Now that is the reason why they don't go to ETFs. And ETF had no choice but to liquidate their position. I understand why all these things happen for a reason, yeah? So with this thing here itself, right, if you want to know more, how much more retailers are buying and what are they doing, all this is right will be made available tomorrow during my preview. I'll tell you exactly now what's happening. You can see now the retail portfolio itself are really badly down, but of course their performance is still okay because they haven't cut their position yet. But the relative drawdown is really at a very bad time. It's as worse as back in July, in this March last year. And of course, if this is going to continue, that will lead to repercussion. And if stock prices come down, and then obviously they will have to go into redemption, and the whole thing just work backward. All right, so that is something that you must understand, because with what exactly happened now, you can see retailer coming in to buy recently, just recently in May itself. So when the market came down, right, the retailer came in to buy. Look at the size of the retailer. Look at the size. So these are all the retailer buying. Whenever the price comes down, retailers are the one who buys, okay? Because all of them believe that the 20% mark will hold. Well, I said this before, right? The 20% mark might likely hold, but it will not hold too much. It may be down by another 2 to 5% first before it actually really bottom. All right, so this one is something that you may see that, wow, this information not found, right? And I really go and dig it for you. So if you guys want to hear more of this information, then contact us contact us and join our preview tomorrow. Because only tomorrow I'll share you more in detail on why I think the market itself might be coming down first and what technical level to watch out for buying and definitely make some money from the market. Okay? All right, so please remember that. Sign up now to get in to join us ASAP. Yeah, the form is already updated on the comment box. Okay. All right. Now, before we go into the charts, I have something to share with you now. It's one I've been waiting for. Okay, let me share to you now. Now, before we go to the CBOE numbers, right, I'll let them know that yesterday I was just saying that I can't find Michael Burry's tweets. I'm wrong because there's two of them use exactly the same name, exactly the same picture. Obviously, one is fake. I was watching the fake one, but that's why it was 0 tweets. But the one that he's still around, that one was 121 tweets. And of course, he's saying that the stock market itself is going for a potential crash. Though I don't like the word he used, the word is plain, but you know, this is right. But you should not say that, it's not so nice. All right, so he was just explaining why is it happening and stuff like that. He felt that having the 2 kiddo may not be able to enjoy. That's okay, let's take a look. All right, so that is the main thing here. Let's look at this one, the FINRA now. Okay, so now let's look at the one that we're sharing. This is from Yahoo Finance, okay? Now, this is the VIX numbers that I've been sharing with you, right, just now. Now, these are, you can see for the VIX number, this is the strike and the last done, then you can see. Now, if you drag it down all the way, you can see the why am I getting stunned by this. Take a look. Yeah, okay, can we see down here? You see it? Now, this is actually the VIX calls. VIX call means you're buying, right? Okay. So apparently, okay, there's a strike price at 150. My goodness, this is ridiculous. VIX to go 150. I mean, the VIX higher is only 80. How to go to 150? So of course, this is like very high, likely, unlikely chance, right? But the scary part is that somehow someone bought 41,000 contract. Now, this price is at 20 cents, so it's not a lot of money. But it's just that why would this number be popping up? Is it a technical error, fat fingers, or because you know something that we all don't know? Okay, so that is something to take note of. And the date given is this is recently, okay, happened. All right, telling you now the numbers and stuff like that. So guys, really think of that. 41,000. My goodness, this is really ridiculous. Okay, so now I understand why am I saying what's if VIX ever go to that level, right? This is gonna be crazy. Now let's look at the VIX now. Yeah, the VIX now is basically now at 27. So incredibly, I have not seen it going past 100 before. I'm pretty sure of that. So I don't think that the particular contract itself, right, is for any justification on this. All right, I don't think so. So maybe like what you say, Wilson is a hedge and just only very far in the money hedge so that you can basically break even. All right, so not too sure on this, but VIX has been also sideways for quite a while. And I know they've been calling for buy for some time, and some of you already probably have stopped, but it's okay. I say it's only an one thing to think of. Like you can see the VIX itself, right? It's like doing a triangle. Can you see that? And what happened is this the moving average itself, right? Okay, not too sure, but I just feel that, right? You know, maybe one day this will break, and this will happen. Okay, and that will be very, very sad. So. All right, so for this to really happen, the stock market must come down quite a fair bit, right? Because the volatility index is more measurement for downside risk. So 40 years, the more 42 is what I believe. Now to go to 150, I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. So this report, as you can see, was covered by by Bloomberg. So I was thinking that okay, all right. And of course, another thing is this. This is the SPY S&P option and put option. And you can see the numbers now. Very interestingly, yesterday was a lot of calls, but today now it's back to a lot of puts. And again, it's 150 to 141. Now, 150 to 141 is pretty bearish already. So of course, you can see just now, Dennis, we were talking about this triple reaching, right? Now we have it here. You can see that for triple reaching, we are looking at a huge, very, very big, what do you call, expiration, and the number's 2.6. So there are more puts than call. So do note the market may purposely take some action on this. Okay, I don't think it should be there on time. To do this thing should be there much earlier. Okay, so guys, can you understand my point now? The options market shows that the market is seemingly still to the bad side, and the so-called VIX itself is expecting something very big to happen from now till December, which I don't know what is that, but definitely it's all right. Someone probably in a hurry to do that immediately. Okay, so for us big traders, my personal view is there should be upside coming in. I repeat one more time, I believe that there's some upside coming in, and this upside itself could be a new high for myself. Okay, and then things may change, and let's see how it goes. All right, thanks. Okay, guys, for the idea now. Okay, so these are the reason why I felt that you must take note of this. So join my preview and learn it more. Okay, let's look at the charts to wrap it up for today's MAO. Let's take a look. Okay, so China first. Now, China market today stays above the level that I'm always covering for the longest of time. The level that I cover is 13,243, which I told you, as long as the market stays above it, it's a buy, below it's a sell. So today, the market stays above it very nicely and the market went up. So brilliant for the stock market. But of course, there is some pullback right now. So let's see whether can it stay. 13,243. All right, but this is something that I'll share with you. Now, this will be the longest consolidation for a long while. So I believe that, right, just a matter of time, we have a big this or we have a big this. Okay, all right, so we'll see how it goes and you make your final decision. Okay. Now, moving back to the US Dow Jones. Okay, let's do the Dow Jones today. Now, the Dow Jones shows that it has really done what it's supposed to do. Now, 3 days ago, when the market breaks above the BMB RL, I told you, right, within 3 to 4 days, we will see 32,554. And truth be told, 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4th day, it had ticked down 32,554. Really. So that's the reason why I felt that the market may be near a form of resistance. So now I'll tell you this upfront, the 32,554 will be a form of like a bet. If the market goes below 32,554, okay, I'll leave it to you. But if the market actually goes, the lump that goes right. Now, watch out for today, 32,522 is a pivot 2 level. If the market breaks the pivot, there'll be some selling. But of course, at the same time, with the KSI jump, so that means the buyers are there. Moving averages, NLP are all supporting it. The only one thing that's going against it is this MA 200, which is 34,327. So if overall all this is all right, most likely the market will have to break below the pivot so that, you know, that will maybe make her better. All right, so let's take a look and see how it goes. But the KSI is jumped, so just be careful. The closing price of yesterday, as long as the market stays below the closing price yesterday, you should know what to do. All right. Okay, so that is Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq is slightly better than Dow Jones, a little bit better because it's actually now also quiet. Okay, so you can see now the market now is trading along the between pivot and pivot 2. Pivot 2 itself, right, is the 12, 11, 7. Okay, very near. Okay, 11, 12, 11, 7. All right, so for the Nasdaq, do note if the Nasdaq goes up, right, this is the first figure the Nasdaq will go. I believe that is 12,362. But if the market goes down, 12,076 will be the first, second resistance, and it's more to go downside. But of course, if the BMB has crossed it for the first time, maybe the market has the strength to purposely pull out to 12,700 so that they can get it done. Okay, so this one is interesting. So do take note of the only 12. Okay, to think of this. S&P 500 continue to strive higher, and there's a very good chance S&P will hit this number 40,093. Yeah, 40,93. That means that S&P 500, right? Today, the day of day number 1 and day number 2. So usually by the day number 3 to day number 4, we should be able to see these numbers. Now, this is the BMB extension 1x1 upside 4093. All right, that means that if the market goes up, right, the market can go up all the way to 4093. Now, for the market come down, it take more than that. So I don't think that with any form of downside value, because the student says that nothing much more and felt that, right, the upside is more than upside. Okay, all right. Now, Hang Seng, once again, it was on a good mood. Everything was okay, and then things happened. Let's take a look. Okay, everybody. Now, this is the Hang Seng chart right now. Everybody take a look. Now, the Hang Seng chart this morning opens here, and it was already above the pivot 1. And by right itself, the KSI jump, we should see further upside. Yeah, we should see further upside. So the market did go up because the CCRY on the day chart. So the market could go all the way here itself to 21,440 because that is a BMB level before market coming down. So we'll see how it goes, but at the moment now, the upside seems much more prominent. Yeah. Now Nikkei. Now Nikkei is sideways for the last 4 days. Now Nikkei is trading downwards because I think the dollar is picking up a bit. So if the Nikkei comes down, do note 26,733. If the market actually breaks this number, we could see it coming down further to 26,631. Okay. All right, so that will be the Nikkei for you. Now for DAX, right, yesterday was a very strong rally, and that's the reason why the US market is so strong yesterday. Now KSI maintained green all the way, and that's the reason why you can see the market is so strong. So we haven't get the new data yet for DAX, but I strongly believe DAX is going to test some fires again. So maybe you'll test this guy here as well. That is 14,529. Okay, so watch out for this, the upside itself. Okay. All right, 529, yeah. Okay. Now the crude oil is still basically moving sideways, not much movement. But I believe that later in the afternoon there should be a spike up and hit this point. I believe that it will hit 115.27 today. So 114 is my target, my first target. But if you ask me today, right, my real target today is 115.27. I believe that crude oil today can hit 115.27 today, latest tomorrow. Okay, because the big boys are definitely in the buy side. And as long as the market maintain above this particular price, is at 11315. As long as 11315, don't talk too much. All right, once the market crossed 11315, I believe the market will be able to go up all the way here itself to 1527 because of the KSI jump. Okay, so take note of numbers 11315. Once it breaks, we should see 11527. Yeah. So traders take note of that. Yeah. Okay, we're coming to the end. Still bear with me, four more charts at the end of today's MAO. Okay. Now gold price is, you can see, is a DJDD, it's a doji directional day. So likely with the KSI green and no blue bars, we should see higher level. So 1859.70 could be the next target. 1859.7. Okay, so watch out for this. Gold should be moving upwards, but there's a lot of resistance at the top. So take note of that. 1866. Now do note if the US dollar is to strengthen, the gold price will come down. But because US dollars now is about to hit the technical point, so to buy gold, you can buy, just put a trading stop. Because anytime if the market really bounces off the moving average of the US dollar, we could see the US dollar recovery. So let me just bring to you now the US dollar again in case you missed it earlier. Now take a look, guys. Okay, the US dollar now is getting nearer and nearer and nearer and nearer to the technical point that I mentioned. Okay, getting so near whereby it's going to be good. So once the market actually tested this and I think it's good, all right, then we'll be coming back. Okay, so watch out for this market movement. All right, it may go this once again, yeah. So for that will cause again people to be watching, not buying. Okay, all right. So take note of that, yeah. So that is the reason why I feel that the gold price could be going a bit higher. Then after that, then once it's finished, then the selling will bring it down again. Okay, so traders take note of that. Now, of course, we have gold, we have silver. Silver is also moving nicely with gold. And I believe that it's going to go higher, and this is going to be $22.74. So if ever go higher, just take it. But of course, this is we all know that the boys are accumulating and there's no permanent. So you have to make a decision call here. So I still think that you'll go up to 22.74, but long-term wise, maybe there will be some pullback again because of the dollar moving higher. Last two is Ethereum and Bitcoin. Now Bitcoin is coming down now. It's below at 28,935. Okay. This Bitcoin, as I told you, right, likely it's going to go down. I given you the view yesterday. I said that 27,367 will be my view on this Bitcoin. I believe it's going to go down. The KSI is red. The blue bars is extending. All these are telltale signs of the Bitcoin coming down. Do note today is also a DJDD. Very surprising. It is a DJDD, even though it doesn't look like one, but it is. So that means that the market will follow OP. If the market stays down, it will likely be coming down. Yeah. So watch out for that. Okay, so that is the okay. Then we have the Ethereum. Now, Ethereum, definitely I'm spot on. I told you Ethereum will go down and I'm really there. I told you Ethereum will come down to 1782 and it really came down, right? So Ethereum, I was definitely spot on for today, for yesterday. All right. So the Ethereum is supposed to be a good utility crypto and it's still coming down. So you can imagine what will happen to Bitcoin very soon. So my view is this Bitcoin, Ethereum today can really smash down to 1534. I repeat, Ethereum can smash down to 1534 today if the Bitcoin lose footing to go down to 27,000. So guys, be watching this Ethereum. It will likely be going down further. 1534. Okay, that will be the target for Ethereum. All right, guys. So that will be all for today's MAO. I really hope that you guys have benefited from this. I really enjoy myself doing all these things for you, even though that this MAO is 1 hour long, but it took me 5 hours to prepare this because I had to do a lot of work at the back. But then again, as long as you guys make money, I'm happy for you. Now, tomorrow's my preview is at 9:30 p.m. 9:30 a.m. 9:30 a.m. Singapore time. So don't miss it, okay? It's a Zoom, so you can just enjoy yourself with the webcam off. You can just listen to me and enjoy the 2.5 hour session, okay? All right, once again, thank you guys. Hope that you will join us. This is the form once again. See you guys. Bye-bye. Okay, guys, bye-bye. See you then.